Good morning, you two. Not very awake this morning, are we?
No.
Today we will be driving to Autosport in this beautiful Nomda Civic, owned by my kind associate, Mr. Alex. Where are we off to this morning, boys?
Autosport.
Yay, V2! What sort of horsepower is this car, Alex?
I think it's around 170 to 200.
170, and it's what, V18 C4 like mine?
C4, exact same as Lucas in yours.
Are you going to boost it?
Definitely going to boost it after seeing the results last night. It's got S80 Integra box, LSD, and it's got Integra cams in it.
Integra cams as well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, man. This morning we are currently on our way to the Autosport International show. It's kind of like the UK version of SEMA. There's going to be a lot of sort of new cars there, a lot of new technology. Dave's going to be speaking to lots of people today to try and blag me lots of parts for next year.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Mine's bigger than yours. How are we doing today, guys? Are we a bit tired? We are up till 3 o'clock in the morning mapping the Honda. So massive kudos to Gordon for staying up so late to get the bad boy sorted. This is actually my first time ever coming to Autosport, so very excited. We just found the new ultimate Monky party bus, complete with a little bit of champagne. This is pimp, man. Imagine having this at drift events. Very nice. Oh yeah, that feels gorgeous. God, look at this racing truck. Whoa! Look at that turbo. That is a big turbo. Engine and gearbox is probably the same length as my S15. Absolutely nuts. How many torques have these things got out?
Many thousands.
3,000?
Probably about 3,000-4,000.
Here we have the Monky London trophy cabinet. Pretty mad, these drag cars when you look up close. Crazy looking supercharger. And to think the guy literally sits in there and does crazy speeds down a quarter mile. Absolutely mad when you actually look at what size they've got to work with. Approximately 10,000 horsepower this car. According to this, it does a 4-second quarter mile at over 300 miles an hour, so pretty quick. As well as a lot of cool cars at Autosport, you've also got a lot of part manufacturers as well. You've got all these lovely billet looking pedals, pedal boxes. Pretty sexual. Lovely looking deep dish rims. God, look at that bottom one. That looks like it costs more than my Honda.
Probably does.
This is a Titan Motorsport full billet block, full billet head. If you guys remember, I actually visited Titan Motorsport in America and got to see some of their Supras firsthand, which was pretty cool. We're now on the Polaris stand. They've got these really cool Polaris Razors, which are like, I think they're about 1,000cc or thereabouts, turbocharged buggies. Pretty mad machines. I actually went on an experience day and I drove a Razor, which was pretty sick. I actually f***ed up my mate's back because I did a little bit of John Action, did a massive jump, and when we landed, my mate wasn't quite expecting it and he did his back in. So, Co, if you're watching it, I'm sorry, man. Wow, we're just gonna have a quick look inside. Thanks, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is inside one of these RVs.
Oh my god.
This is pimp. Look how big it is. You could literally have a party in here, man. What if there's any drinks in the fridge? No. Do you think it's not sweet? I thought it was...
Get the freebies.
Get the freebies, quick, grab the freebies. I'll have that. CD.
Oh, it's the lights.
Shit. Well, we wonder if the horn works. See if the horn works. Yeah! So if you want a sick RV, give these guys a shout. Very naughty. Alex pressed the horn when we were in there.
John did it.
That was pretty mad. Yeah, the guy was just saying they're £175,000. which is a lot of money,
but for the
for
quality,
what you get, it's pretty cool.
Quite reasonable. You get a lot of vehicle for the money.
Yeah, I mean, effectively, you could live in that.
I would live in that. It's nicer than my house.
I might sell my house.
Sell the flat. Have a
Georgie, I'm sorry. You heard it here first. We've just spotted Alan Hines's S14 drift car. It's the first drift car we've spotted in the show. Proudly sponsored by my lovelies at Pro Drift. Don't forget, Pro Drift do a pretty sick drifting academy. So if you want to learn how to do fat skids like John, they're the ones to contact. Have you ever seen one of these? Because I haven't, and it looks pretty mad. A Liger. Crazy looking car. Is it? So it's a Ford V6, 330 horsepower. What does it weigh? Oh yeah, it weighs 980 kilograms, so just under a ton, so it's pretty weight.
89,000 euros.
To be fair though, my Civic would rip this.
Probably tear it a new arsehole, mate.
I feel I'm under the sun, under the sky. I feel like I'm in heaven. Oh, my darling, my baby. Oh, my darling, my baby.
These are pretty cool. They're part of something called the Fun Cup. They're essentially VW Beetles running 130 horsepower. The main focus is really on the driver. It's all about the driver as opposed to the car. We found one of my favourite stands in the whole show, the Arai stand. As you know, I'm a massive Arai fanatic. Built in the homeland of Japan, very cool. Arai, if you're watching, I've found my new helmets. If you could do me a deal, that would be sick. God, look at this Liger, full carbon fibre body. Absolutely immense. Look at the weave on that. Baby little exhaust, isn't it?
Yeah, it is tiny.
Yeah. That's mad, isn't it, Al?
That's another Liger.
What's the score of this one? 330 horsepower again, so it's the same engine as the other one.
As the other one.
Obviously a bit lighter.
V6 3.7.
But this weighs 940 kilos, so just under a ton. How
Yeah,
much is it? 150,000 euros.
Heavier than your Civic, mate.
Oh yes. Look at this. Looks pretty tasty. Lovely looking 997. Some big disharoo on the go. Pretty sick. Many carbon fibres. Lovely looking carbon fibre spoiler at the back as well. Manual gearbox as well, good boy. Oh, Brian James, my favourite trainer manufacturer. Look at these, man. When I am doing a little bit better, I'm going to try and get myself one of these shuttles. They are absolutely gorgeous. My current Brian James trainer is pretty cool, but obviously having a shuttle like this, you've got stuff, you've got places to store your stuff. You've obviously got a bit of cover for when the weather gets a bit crappy. Obviously, one of the main purposes today is to speak to a lot of potential sort of dealers or sponsors, as it were, to try and negotiate a few deals for next year's drift season. These are pretty cool. These are actually hands devices. It's like a sort of a neck harness, as it were, from Scroff. I do notice a lot of drifters aren't really using appropriate neck bracing, me included. So in the next year, I'm definitely going to look at investing in a hands device for sure. Back to the early 2000s, the old MG ZR. These were actually quite cool back in the day. That's actually a 160, which I think was the highest horsepower one they did.
That's basically an EK Civic.
Yeah.
Make good brake upgrades.
Should we nick the brakes off it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right. We have just spotted Jason Clark's new RX-7. What engine is it, Dave? JZ? JZ, yeah. Pretty crazy looking this. You'll remember last year, or the last few years, he had a red one, which I believe had a V8 in it. So this is his new one for the 2019 season. Looks pretty goddamn sick, I must say. Yeah, boy. This is a bit of me, man. Lovely looking 964. Oh, sexy green colour as well, liking this. Lovely set of dishes on it. Ah, what a lovely looking car. Proper nice sort of fleck in the paint. These are the Yiannimize cars. You've probably seen some of these cars featured on the Yiannimize YouTube channel, pretty famous channel now. Obviously he specialises in pretty crazy racks. In my opinion, it's not personally my cup of tea. It's a little bit bling for my liking, but Certainly floats some people's boats, I respect it for that. Also got a Lambo Urus here. Haven't actually, I saw one of these in yellow, but not looking like this. This one's obviously been modified and looks quite a bit different. Crazy looking reflection. Ooh, look at this bad boy, full carbon Audi RS6. Cool as well, they've kind of faded the paint into the carbon fibre. So you can see carbon fibre there, and obviously paint there. That's pretty trick. Dave tells me this was originally owned by a company called Plush. Now it's owned by a detailing company called Juicy. They've also done the same on the back as well. You can see carbon fibre there, and they faded the paint into it there. Pretty nice detail that, I must admit, I do like it. That's a bit creepy. Look at the artwork on this, on the front of this Lambo, crazy. You guys will probably remember this M3 from the Players Goodwood video. I did take a bit of a fancy to it then, and it still looks equally as sick now. Oh, lovely looking Mastercraft. I'm a bit of a wakeboarding fan, and these boats are pretty much the top of the crop. Or Batmobile, as they used to call them, BMW CSL. I'm trying to see why they call them the Batmobile. Obviously, if you guys remember the old Batman series from, I think it was like the sort of 60s or 70s, the Batmobile did kind of look a little bit reminiscent to this. So very cool car. Oh, Renault 5. This is probably my favourite car of the show. I'm a real stickler for the old Renault 5 GT Turbo, and this one doesn't disappoint. Oh, this is so cute. Absolutely love this, man. Check out that interior. Super plush. Check out that fitment, man. That is sick. Right, we are pretty much finished for the day. Hopefully we got you guys a little bit of content. We did spend a lot of the time just trying to speak to different suppliers, and Dave was speaking to loads of guys about getting new cars. Yeah, we are gonna head home now. Lots of Honda stuff coming up on the channel, so I hope you guys are gonna stay around to watch that. As always, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you soon. 6.